ways to save money when it comes to soaking in magnesium. Soaking in the summer. If I can help you understand how strong the pattern is that you get more benefit and more movement from soaking in the summer than you do any other time of the year. And the connection is the sunshine piece. When in the summertime, typically we're out and about more, right? You're out in the sun more, and your inflammation naturally goes down because you are getting more sunshine. Because that inflammation is going down, you are getting more benefit when you soak in magnesium in the summertime. And in the summertime, the pattern is to naturally soak less because we're in a different phase, summertime activities. But if I can convince you to soak in the summertime, you will get more benefit. Your magnesium goes further in the summertime. Number two, ways to save money when you're soaking in magnesium and your goal is like mine, magnesium cell saturation of your magnesium red blood cell coming back at 6.3 or above. Number two is hydration, staying hydrated. Magnesium is hydrophilic. It needs water to move through your body. And when you are hydrated, it moves more effectively. And it's a huge piece of getting magnesium in your body more efficiently is just simply hydration. And sometimes we can forget in the summertime, we have to adjust. Maybe you need to adjust your electrolytes. Maybe you need to up the amount of water that you're getting every day. I know yesterday, being Father's Day, we were outside all day long and it was so hot. And this morning I woke up so dry. And so today I'll be doubling my electrolytes to get back up on top of my hydration. Magnesium needs water to move through your body. And when you are hydrated, your magnesium moves more efficiently. And number two, today is the last day of the sale. And I want to tell you what it is. So magnesium soak, and you have to go to the Father's Day sale area on the website. So if you click over right now and you just put magnesium in your cart, it's not going to give you the sale. You have to enter through the sales page. So it'll say it's the Father's Day sale. And the magnesium is 25% off. Remember, stock up, has an indefinite shelf life. And I also put some supplements on sale because beef liver helps you hold on to your magnesium more efficiently. And so when you buy 2 beef liver, it's the equivalent of 25% off. Or if you buy 2 acerola cherry powders, which also helps you hold on to magnesium more efficiently and helps your body combat stress, if you buy 2, you also save 25% off. Olive oil is buy 2, get 1 free. And so that's on sale also. And the muscle cream tubes are buy 2, get 1 free. It ends today. Ends today. That is done. Now, how long do we soak in magnesium? 20 to 45 minutes. How warm does the water need to be? We don't want it to be ice water. We want it to be comfortable for your body. So it can be cooler, it can be warmer, but we don't want it icy, icy cold because that does stop your lymph pumping it up through your body. 20 to 45 minutes. How often you soak will depend on your personal goal. So I can't tell you how often you need to soak. If you're like me and you want to maintain cell saturation, you're adjusting that to your lifestyle. So, for example, I'm 2 weeks post-surgery. And when you go under anesthesia, it strips your magnesium down. I am redoing a 30-day magnesium soaking challenge because I know that I had anesthesia. I want my body in healing mode. And I know that that anesthesia drops my magnesium levels. So I just, as soon as I got home from the hospital and was up to it, I've opted to do a 30-day challenge to get my levels back up. Now, your levels might be really strong and you're just maintaining cell saturation. So in the summertime, evaluate how often. You might not be worried about your magnesium red blood cell numbers, and you're the type of person that soaks as you feel like you need it. So maybe your shoulders get a little sore, and that's your indicator. I need to be soaking more often in magnesium. Or maybe it's when your calf is cramping. And so some people don't go by their red blood cell numbers, they go by what is specifically happening in their body. But remember, summertime is the most efficient time to soak. And when we're soaking in magnesium, we're activating our vitamin D levels. Magnesium has been shown to activate vitamin D. I opt to not go pill form of magnesium because I want cell saturation. I want every single cell surrounded by magnesium in that interstitial space in our body. That's when we see the real benefit of magnesium coming in. And that's when we don't have to worry about using one type of magnesium for one thing, another type of magnesium for another thing. My focus is simple: magnesium, red blood cell saturation. And you might notice, let me grab some water. You might notice that when you were soaking in magnesium in the summertime, you do feel more relaxed. And it's because inflammation tends to go down. And seasonal, that seasonal living, the healthiest people I see are mindful of the season that they're in. Right now is our season of more sunshine. I think of it as collecting. I am in the process of collecting sunshine so that in the fall and winter, when my vitamin D is naturally supposed to drop, that I'm at a really good place so that I'm not dropping low. I'm taking that seasonal dip in magnesium levels, but because I'm coming into that season of the winter time so strong from focusing on collecting sunshine right now, that it doesn't drop my immune system. It doesn't drop to the point that my inflammation is increasing, because we know that magnesium has been shown to decrease inflammation. And I want all of that space around my cells filled. Now, let me know, what are your goals with magnesium? Leave a comment and let me know what your goals are. Are you soaking every day? Are you soaking 2 to 3 times a week? Have you opted to have your red blood cells, your magnesium red blood cell numbers tested? Let me know the way that you're approaching it, because the way I approach it might be very different than the way you approach it. And adjusting how we manage our magnesium level is foundational. I had someone say to me the other day, Kristen, you've been talking about magnesium for a long time, almost 25 years. And she said, there are so many new things out. And yes, we do need to stay current with what is happening with our health. But with that currency, we still need that basic wisdom. I am building and have built a strong foundation. And that includes managing my voltage. What is voltage? Voltage is magnesium, potassium, and salt. And in the summertime, my voltage needs to increase because of the increased heat and because of the increased sweating that my body experiences. So I have to increase my voltage coming into my body. Now, when I'm focused on voltage, things naturally take care of themselves. And it's not that I'm not focused on adding and staying current. It's that I know that the foundation of my cell has not changed with what is the hot new trending topic for your health. And so I want to make sure that I'm staying with the basics and also aware of what's new and what is currently needed for my health. Oh, thank you so much, Sylvia. That's so kind of you. Thank you. It was a little bit rougher recovery than what I anticipated. And the surgery went very well. It was they did oh, I've forgotten the name of it. It's where you're awake during the surgery because I needed to be able to move my eye for them. And it was the actual medication that they used for that that my body had a hard time with. And so it feels really good to say I'm actually feeling better. Oh, Elizabeth, we bought a home in Sugar House. So I'm at my home in Sugar House right now. And that's where I'm at full time. I still drive to Logan, to the warehouse to be involved there, but we're actually living now in Sugar House. Um, I I'm just drawing a blank on the name of what they used. And because the surgery went so well, I just had a hard time with the side effects of the anesthesia. And so it took me a little bit longer to kind of get feeling back up on top of things. And this is a common side effect of this medication. Oh, why wasn't I online? I had surgery and I needed that 2 weeks to really pull my body back together. The medication that they used during the surgery, I experienced like some deep depression and it just was really, and so I just really focused on that 2 weeks post surgery. And I'm about 2.5 weeks now on really giving my body what it needed to make sure that I wasn't staying stuck in that place because the surgery needed to happen for my eye, but I wanted to make sure I was doing everything that I needed to pull myself out of that. So it was a little bit more than I anticipated. I was thinking I'd maybe only need to take a week, even though I had Shelley book me out 2 weeks off. But man, oh man, I needed that full 2 weeks just to help my body to heal and recuperate. I would love to know though. Oh, Elizabeth, you're so kind. Oh, it felt like 2 months. Oh, you're so kind. I would love to know do you have a routine with your magnesium? One of my goals of coming on and doing the lives is to create community for people who recognize soaking in magnesium gives them a more well-rounded benefit from magnesium. When we take it in pill form, it's been powdered, it's been isolated, it's been pulverized, it's been put in that capsule form, and we're not getting the full amount. Just like when people say, oh, I soak in magnesium flakes. Well, it's been processed, and so you don't get the full benefit from magnesium flakes that you get. Let me pull over here that you get from magnesium soak. And remember, right now, it's the Monday after Father's Day, and it's 25% off. Plus, we have another couple things. A lot of people will comment because the desiccated liver is on sale right now too. When you buy two, you get 25% off. Please make sure you go to the sales page on the website though, because that price won't show up unless you're clicking on that sales page link on the website. Desiccated liver is, let me grab that one too. Desiccated liver has the nutrients that you need to help hold on to magnesium. And I always say magnesium shines the light on what your body needs. And if you're not feeling the benefits of soaking in magnesium, the very first thing to look at is let's add some desiccated liver because it's such a great whole food source of iron and whole food source of B vitamins. And that helps you hold on to that magnesium more efficiently. One of the things I noticed in patterns of clients that I was working with was those who walked and got early morning sunshine, took desiccated liver and soaked in magnesium, the trifecta of all of that coming together, they maximized the benefits to their body than doing it separately. Like, oh, I'm focusing on magnesium right now, or I'm focusing on walking. And so the summertime is my favorite time of year to really collect that sunshine, to activate my vitamin D through high magnesium levels because summertime is the easiest time to move your magnesium levels. There is, and I want to talk about this and ask you if you've experienced this. Some people struggle getting their magnesium levels to move. And if you've added desiccated liver, you're walking, you're getting sunshine, you're soaking in magnesium, the next place I would look at for a break in that foundation, because magnesium will shine the light on what your body needs, is hydrochloric stomach acid. Hydrochloric acid, your stomach acids. If your stomach acid is low, you are struggling, your body is struggling uptaking. That's why I do think, I have to tell you, I do think it's worth it to get your magnesium levels tested because let's say you've done the 30-day challenge, you've soaked in magnesium, and your numbers haven't moved. We've got a crack in that foundation. And that means you can be doing all of these things thinking, oh, I'm doing all of these things to improve my health. But if you have a crack in the foundation, you're going to get minimal input. And my goal is maximum input, maximum benefit with minimum input. Because I lived for a long time and I was definitely healthier, but it was a full-time job. And I don't want to have a full-time job of being healthy. I want it to come with ease. I want it to flow. And if your hydrochloric acid is low, you're not uptaking nutrients. And so stepping in and course correcting that. And if you are not seeing the benefit in your body from magnesium, your magnesium red blood cell numbers are not moving, then that can be indicative that your hydrochloric acid is low. And please remember, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm not diagnosing, I'm not telling you what to do. I like to think of it as sharing patterns. And when you see a pattern happen consistently, it's like, oh, let's learn from this pattern versus forging it and doing it on our own and relearning everything. That's why I think it's so important that collectively we come together and share what's happening. Because when we do that, we can pick up and learn patterns from each other more efficiently, more easily, and quickly. And then that way we're out there living our great big life. So, for example, over the weekend, I was fairy garden creating. Like we were in the midst of creating epic trees and all the things that my grandkids were dreaming up for the fairy garden that's in grandma and papa's backyard. I don't want to spend my whole weekend focused on health. I want to be healthy, have created that strong foundation so that I'm out there doing the things that I love, that bring me deep satisfaction, that bring me great joy. When you experience deep satisfaction and joy, you naturally hold on to your magnesium more efficiently. So, right now, I am grabbing at this cute little journal And I'm grabbing it right now, and I am taking a moment. This is my little gratitude journal. I'm taking a moment and I'm just writing down what does bring me great joy. And I have a new place in my backyard under that great big tree, watching my husband interact with grandkids creating fairy gardens. The building process that went on was epic, unlike anything that I've ever seen. The creativity collectively that was happening in my family, my adult kids even got into it as we set up a little pond and fountains and all the different things. That was great joy for me. If you don't know what brings you that deep level of joy, you'll miss it. And so taking some time and writing that down, because now I know, oh, that was something I didn't anticipate that my whole family getting into that was here. And I had almost everybody here yesterday. I didn't realize that would happen. I thought it would just be geared toward a specific age of my grandkids. And so now I know I need to step in and create more moments like that, because when you get that of deep satisfaction, your body is in rest and renew. If you're stuck in fight or flight, you are burning through magnesium. So I'm writing down right now just fairy gardens. And I have already reached out to set up a time in July that more fairy garden work can happen. Are you recognizing those moments? Do you know what brings you that that deep contentment? Are you creating moments and creating space? Women who want to create health need to step into creativity, because you've got to be creative with your time. Where can I create those moments to soak in magnesium? Where can I create moments that deep satisfaction, that contentment with my life is kicking in? Now, I love using a little notebook and writing that down and putting it in the physical world, because when I put it in the physical world in a notebook, I can look back over it, I can be reminded, and it's easier to create. So for me, just summarizing and being aware of those things that I do enjoy, that do help me just naturally take a deep breath. And if you're burning through your magnesium, we can have you soak every day to keep your levels up, but I want your body to become efficient with holding on to magnesium. And that comes in several different pathways. That comes through creating gratitude, not just telling people what you're grateful for, but creating that experience of gratitude. That comes through deep connection with other women. In fact, it is so interesting to me to watch that as women connect, they will naturally, and some women say, oh, no, I don't connect with other women. But if you can find a way that you can, it's a natural way to hold on to your magnesium, to find that group of people that you feel safe in, that you're connecting with, because that helps you hold on to your minerals. And sometimes we can be chasing all of these things. We can chase better hormones, we can chase better thyroid function, when in actuality, we need to backstep and go to our foundational roots and ask ourselves, do we have voltage? Is our voltage strong? Because your cellular energy needs strong voltage. How strongly your body can create health is determined by your voltage. What is voltage? Magnesium, salt, and potassium. Finding that in appropriate levels for your body will help you tap into being in rest and renew, where your body naturally holds on to magnesium. Now, sometimes we need to support it along the way. Maybe it's adding a little bit of ionic boron to help reduce inflammation. Maybe it's focused on stomach acid so that we're uptaking the minerals that we put in our body. Maybe it's adding acerola cherry powder to support your adrenals. If your adrenals are burned out, if you're at the point where you're waking up at the same time in the middle of the night from living a high cortisol lifestyle, we've got to step in and support those. Now, one of the things that I've added post surgery is an adaptogen because I wanted my body to have more support. And so there are lots of different ways that we can keep our foundation strong to keep creating health easily and simply instead of it feeling hard and expensive. And we'll end with what we started with simple ways to save money when soaking in magnesium. Hydration. How hydrated are you? Have you adjusted your hydration to this season? Because we tend to need more water because of the heat. Have you adjusted your voltage? I'm using more electrolytes than I typically do because of the heat and making those seasonal adjustments. Does your body need B vitamins? Because if you've got whole food B vitamins, you're going to hold on to your magnesium more efficiently. Building that strong foundation, I found after my health crash, made it easier, less expensive, and work more efficiently to get my health back so that I can be out there doing those things I want to do. So, hydration, the magnesium sale, today is the last day. Let me just run over that really quickly. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. Here's where I wrote it down. Liver is on sale when you buy two, 25% off. Acerola is on sale when you buy two, 25% off. Buy two muscle cream tubes, get one free. Olive oil, buy two, get one free. Now, you do have to go through the Father's Day link on the website, and Shelley has linked that for you below. Remember, we're naturally out in the sun more right now. Magnesium has been shown to activate vitamin D levels. When we're out in the sun, our inflammation decreases, and that opens up a window of opportunity for you to soak and get more benefit from your soaking time because of increased sunshine. I call it collecting sunshine, the magnesium morning trifecta: walking, collecting early morning sunshine, soaking in magnesium. We will get more benefit when we combine that together, that trifecta of action, so that we're moving forward on that path of creating optimal health. Because this last 2 weeks post surgery, I realized I take a lot of things for granted, and my health affected everything. Everything. It affects our relationships. It affects how organized we can be. It affects our energy levels. It affects every single aspect of our life. And so, if you want a simple way to make everything better, focusing on my foundation, building that foundation, recognizing the feedback loop that my body was giving me helps me to keep that foundation strong. And for those of you that have not joined, I would love, because the first Monday in July, I'm doing the Magnesium Masterclass. And that's where we just dive a little bit deeper and we talk about magnesium and we get a little bit more specific to what is happening to you. And I would love to have you join me. The class is free. It is only accessed through a link that is sent out through email or text. And so if you would like to join me on that class, it happens the first Monday of most months. I had to skip. I think we've had to skip 2, but it is happening in July, and I would love to have you join me for that. You need to sign up for the Good Life Journal now so that you receive that link, and I would love to have you there as we just dig a little bit deeper to understand the role of magnesium and thyroid and hormones and energy and sleep. Those are the things that we focus on in the Magnesium Masterclass, and I would love to see you there. And I will see you next Wednesday for just a little snapshot in time of the magnesium moment that happens across social media. And so if you've enjoyed the magnesium moment, I'm inviting you to join the Magnesium Masterclass, where we just dive a little bit deeper. Shelly's thrown up that link for you to join so you can get that link and join us live on that class. Until then, happy soaking. And remember, summertime is the most efficient time to soak in magnesium and get the most benefit from it. So don't put your soaking off. Let's get you soaking so that it's simple, easy, and efficient. Have the best day. Bye-bye.